Assalamu alaikum everyone. So in today's video what we are going to do is that we will solve different type of questions related to exterior and interior angle of polygons. We know that the interior angle is what is inside of a polygon. For example, if I draw this polygon on the top, so like this. So this is a simple triangle, a three corner shape. So these angles which are inside this triangle, they are called interior angle, and the angles which are outside, for example this angle or this angle, or if I extend this side, so this angle, so they are all exterior angle. These are exterior angle of the triangle. So we need to remember that the relation between interior and exterior angle at a point is that they add up to 180 degree. So now let's start solving different type of questions related to interior and exterior angles. So first question is, find the sum of interior angle of the following polygons. So we need to find the total sum of the interior angle of different polygons. So we know that formula is n minus 2 into 180. So where n is basically the number of corners of a polygon. So it means that the interior angle of a polygon depends on the number of corners that polygon is having. So let's start solving. First polygon is a pentagon. We know that pentagon is 5 corner shape. So we will say that total interior angle is equal to n minus 2 into 180. This is a general formula. So now we need to put n 5. Why? Because this is a pentagon. So 5 minus 2 into 180. 5 minus 2 would be 3. And if you multiply 3 with 180, so you get 540 degree. So if it's a 5 corner shape, so the total interior angle would be 540. So moving on to second question. It's octagon. We know that octa is for 8. So total interior angle would be n minus 2 into 180 degree. This is the formula. So n is 8. So 8 minus 2 would be 6 into 180 degree. And if we multiply it, so it would be 6 8s are 48, 4 carry, and 1080 degree. So if it's an octagon, the total interior angle is 1080. So now let's find out how much is the interior angle for a decagon. Decagon is a 10 corner shape. So it means that n is 10 here. So formula is n minus 2 into 180. N in this particular case is 10. So 10 minus 2, it would be 8 into 180. And if you calculate it, it would be 1440 degree. So if it's 10 corner shape, the total interior angle is 1440. So now for 11 gone, n is 11. So n minus 2 into 180 is the formula. And if we put n 11, 11 minus 2 would be 9. So 9 into 180. And if I calculate this value, it is 8 9s are 72. So 1620 degree. So moving on to 14 gone. For 14 gone, the value would be 14 minus 2, because we are putting n 14 this time into 180 degree. So don't forget to put the degree sign. So 12 into 180. So now we need to calculate. So 12 into 18. So let me quickly, calculate it. So it is 2160 degree. So last question is 22 gone. So it means that n is 222. So n minus 2 into 180 is the formula. I'm putting n 22. Basically it is 20 into 180. So double of 18 is 36, and there are two zeros, so it is 3600. If a polygon is 22 corner shape, so the total interior angle is 3600 degree. So moving on to second question. Second question is, find the number of sides if the exterior angle is given. If each exterior angle is given, then you need to calculate the number of sides. So you need to remember this formula, that number of sides of a polygon is equal to total exterior angle divided by 1 exterior angle. So why we are using exterior angle for this question? Because we know that interior angle changes with the number of sides, but the exterior angle of a polygon is always 360 degree. So now let's start solving question number 1. So number of sides of a polygon where exterior angle is 8 degree is 360 by, now we know the pattern, so it's like easy, 360 by 8. So if you simplify, so if you divide it by 8, so it would be 8 fours are 32 and 40, so 8 fives are 40, so 45 sides. So if exterior angle is 8 degree, so then the polygon is having 45 sides. So the size of the exterior angle is getting bigger. So let's see, 360 degree by 8 by 12, sorry, so 30 sides. 360 by 45, so how many sides? 8 sides. Then 360 by 20, so this polygon would be having 18 sides. Last one is 36 is the exterior angle, so 360 by 36, so 10 sides. So this is how you are going to find out the number of sides. So this is easy when you know exterior angle is given to you, but the next question is another variation when the interior angle is given to you. So we need to find the number of sides again, but this time instead of exterior angle we know interior angle. So let's solve these questions one by one. So there would be one additional steps in these questions. So let's start solving the first one, 150 degree. So now you need to remember that this 150 degree is now the interior angle. So first step would be that we need to find out what is the exterior angle at the point where interior angle is 150 degree. So exterior angle would be 180 minus interior angle. How? Because we know that the property is that exterior plus interior is equal to 180 degrees. So I'm just taking interior angle on this side. So if we calculate it, so it would be 180 minus 150 degree. So the total exterior angle at this point is 30 degree. So now we need to calculate the number of sides. So we know already that number of sides is equal to 360 divided by exterior angle. So one exterior angle. So it is 360 divided by 30. So the sides would be 12. If the interior angle is 120 degree, so the polygon is having 12 sides. So let's solve the next question. So exterior angle would be, now I know the steps I need to do, so I'm just doing it quickly. If we do 180 minus 135, so we get 45 degree. So exterior angle is 45 degree. So now the sides will be 360 divided by 45. And we have done it already. It's 8 sides. So next is 160 degree. So exterior angle would be 180 minus 160, so it is 20 degree. And the number of sides would be 360 by 20. 360 by 20, so it would be 18 sides. So in short, for these two questions, you need to remember that if the question is regarding number of sides of a polygon, so you need to know the exterior angle, because only then you can find out the number of sides. So moving on to fourth question. Fourth question is find the missing angle of the irregular polygons. So for these, we need to use the property of interior angle. So again, there are two steps. One is that we need to find the total interior angle of this polygon, and then I need to find out the unknown. So if I find out the interior angle, so I will write down total interior angle. So it's a four corner shape, so I know that interior angle is n minus 2 into 180. So it's 4 minus 2 into 180. So 2 into 180, so it's 360 degree. Or I also know that it's a quadrilateral, and I know the interior angle of a quadrilateral is 360. Now I need to use the property angle sum of quadrilateral or a polygon. So this is the property where we add all the interior angles of a polygon. So I will say that these four angles, x plus 70 plus 88 plus 45 degree, so they are, if we add the four angles of this quadrilateral, the total interior angle should be 360 degree. So now I will add all these angles. So 70 plus 45 is 115. 115 and 18, let me just quickly calculate. 115 and 88 would be 3 and 0 and 203. So 203 is equal to 360 degrees. So x would be 360 minus 203. So it would be 157. So I can quickly recheck, or that's fine. So that makes sense because x is an obtuse angle, you can see. So x is equal to 157 is a sensible answer. So moving on to part B. This is a figure. So part B is basically a 5 corner shape. So the total interior angle would be 5 minus 2 into 180 degree. So I know it's a pentagon, and we have calculated a while ago that pentagon interior angle is 540. So this is 540 degree. All right. So now I will use property angle sum of pentagon. If you cannot recall the name of the shape, so you can just write down polygon here instead of pentagon. So I need to add all the 5 angles, x plus 153 plus 84 degree plus 131 plus 105 degree. So I'm adding all the 5 angles, and the sum should be equal to 540 degree. So if I add them all, so I need to calculate the value, so I'm just adding it here. 153. So be careful of these calculations. So I have seen students making mistake in these small calculations, even when they know all the things really well. So this is 10, 3, 13. So please do it. Please write it down and solve it. So 8 plus 6 is 14, or 14 plus 3 is 17. So 473. 473 is the sum of the other 4 angles, is equal to 540 degree. So now x would be, if I subtract it from 540, so 540 minus 473, it would be 7, 13. So 13 minus 7 is 6. So x is 67 degree. So that makes sense also because x here is a acute angle. So it is an acute angle less than 90 degrees. So that is a sensible answer. Moving on to C part. So this is your C part. So C part is a 6 corner figure. So it means that the total interior angle would be 6 minus 2, so it would be 4 into 180 degree. So if I calculate this, so it is 720 degree. So now I will use the property angle sum of 6 corner shape is called hexagon. So I will write down angle sum of hexagon. So I will add all the 6 angles and they should add up to 720. X plus 100 plus 130 plus 120 plus 110 plus 135, and that all sum should be equal to 720 degree. So now if I add them, this is 100, 230, 250 and 350, 460 and 460 plus 135. So if I calculate this, it is 595 degree is equal to 720. Now look at this figure. X is basically an obtuse angle from the figure. So it means it should be bigger than 90 but less than 180 degrees. So if I find x now, it would be 720 minus 595. So let's see what is the value of x coming. So it would be 11 minus 9 to 125. So that is a sensible answer. X, the value of x is more than 90 degree but the less than 180 degrees. So it is a perfect and a sensible answer to this polygon. So moving on to this question. So look at this F part. So you can see that this angle is more than 180 degrees. So what kind of polygon is this, if you can recall? So it's a concave polygon, a very special polygon where the interior angle is, at least one interior angle is more than 180 degree. So this is a reflex angle, so it's a concave polygon. So now let's look at this. How many angles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 angles. So it's again a hexagon basically. So if I know that I have just calculated that total interior angle is 720. So I'm not going to calculate it again. So it means that I will use property angle sum of hexagon. So I will add all the 6 angles and those add up to 720 degree. So I will say x plus 127 plus 40 plus 202 plus, this is not written but we all know it's 90 degree, plus 90 degree plus 150 degree is equal to 720 degree. So if I add all these angles, so I'm going to do it in the rough work. 127, 150, 202, 90 and 40. So I'm adding these so that there is no chance of mistake. So this is 9. This is 13. 13 plus 2 is 15 and 20. 2 carry. So this is 609. So I will say x plus 609 is equal to 720 degree. So look at this angle x. X is basically a bit more than 90 degrees. So let's see what is coming from here. X will be 720 minus 609. So it would be 1 1, so it's like 111 degree. So this is a perfect or a sensible answer because x is just a bit more than 90 degrees. So moving on to the previous part. All right, this looks interesting. It's a 7 corner shape. So I know that the total interior angle would be so it's 367. So 7 minus 2 means 5 into 180. So if we multiply it, 4 carry, so 900 degree. 8 5s are 40, 4 carry, and 5 4, 900 degree. So now I need to add all these value x plus, I will write it down. Please make it a habit. Write down all the angles and put it equal to the total angle 161. Sometimes if you are making mistake in addition, this line saves you from the deduction, so you get the benefit marks. Plus 155 plus 114 is equal to 900. So now if we add all these values, 96 plus 105, so 96 plus 105 would be let's say so I'm doing it in the rough work because I don't want to make mistake. 93, 123, 155, 114. So let me see what is the sum. 9, 10, 9 or 4, 24, 2. I will double check the calculations. 6, 8, 10, 19, 20, 25. So 2 again. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 754 is coming. So 754. So please, if this is coming in your exam, so always double check your answer. So x is equal to 900 minus 754. So let's do it. That is a sensible answer also because I'm expecting x to be an obtuse angle. So 9 minus 5 would be 4, and then it would be 146 degree. That is a sensible answer because I'm expecting an obtuse angle. So moving on to the last part. So comparatively an easy part. So there's a 5 corner shape. So it means it's a pentagon, and I know that the total interior angle of a pentagon is basically 540 degree. So now I can write down x plus 143 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 is equal to 540. If we add them all, so 390s make it 270 and 143. So basically it is 413. X plus 413 is equal to 540. So x is obtuse angle, so I'm expecting a bigger answer, 90, bigger than 90 but less than 180. 413. If we subtract it, it is 127 degree. That is a sensible answer again. All right. So this is how you are going to solve these kind of questions. When interior angles are given and there is one angle missing, and you can, solve it on the. So moving on to last question. Last question is very interesting question. So it is only written. So it is written, oh sorry, it's not the last question, but it's written that question number 5 is that polygons are regular. So regular word is telling you basically that the all interior angles must be same. Calculate the size of each interior angle. So I can easily calculate each interior angle because they are all equal. But first of all, I need to calculate what is the total interior angle. So first one is a nonagon. Nonagon is a 9-corner shape. So the total exterior angle would be, total interior angle would be n minus 2 into 180 degree. So I will calculate the total interior angle first. So it would be 7 into 180. So if I calculate this value, it is 8 sevens are 56. So 7 plus 5 would be 12. 1260 is the total interior angle. So now I will, just divide this into the, so each interior angle would be 1260, the total angle, divided by the number of corners. So 9 corners. So I can now just simplify. It is divisible by 9 because the divisibility rule of 9 says sum should be divisible. So sum is 9, so it is completely divisible. So let me, still divide it with 3 first, because that will make this easy. 30. So I will divide again. 3 ones are 3. 4 threes are 12. And there is some mistake I have made. So 3 fours are 12. 3 fours are 12. 3 twos are 6. So then I divide with 3 again. So 3 ones are 3. 3 fours are 12. And the 0 will remain. 3 ones are 3. 3 fours are 12. So 140 degrees the size of each interior angle. So moving on to B part. Regular decagon. So I know that regular decagon, 10 corner shape. So the total interior angle is 10 minus 2 into 180 degree. So it is 8 into 180 degree. I have just calculated it somewhere here. So let me quickly see what was the total interior angle of a 10 corner shape. So I have calculated it in which part? In the first one, 1440. So it should be 1440. So I know that it is 1440. So now I will find each interior angle. Because it's a regular polygon, so I need to just divide it. 1440 divided by 10. So 144 degree is size of each interior angle. So alright, so the last part is regular dodecagon. So dodecagon is basically a shape with 12 corners. You can see from the above also. So in 12 corner shape, the total interior angle would be basically, if I calculate it, it would be 12 minus 2, so 10 into 180. So it is 1800 degree. So now I can find angle of size of one angle by, so dividing it, the total angle divided by the number of sides. So I can simplify it to get the size of one exterior angle. So if I divide it with 3, so 3 6 are 18, 600, and it would be, so the one interior angle is in this figure is 200 degree. So this is quite surprising. last part of this question is a regular dodecagon. So dodecagon is basically a 12 corner shape. So the total interior angle would be 12 minus 2, so it would be 10 into 180 degree. So it means the total interior angle of this regular dodecagon is 1800 degree. So now if to find each interior angle or size of interior angle, I will divide this 1800 by 12. So I can just divide it with 3 first. So 3 4s are 12, 3 6 are 18. So this will be the answer. Then I will divide this with 4. So 4 5s are, and this would be 150 degrees. So each interior angle is in this figure is 150 degree. So this is the last question. So moving on to next type of question. This is a question whether you need to find out size of interior angle, but this time the regular polygon is still there, but this time sides are given. So it means that you need to use the sides to find the each interior angle. So instead of total when there is sides, so basically this is a similar question to question number 5, and there the figure was also given, but there the figure is not given. So I will just solve one part. Let's say I'm solving this B part, the rest of the parts you can do as a practice. So 40 sided figure, so I need to find out the total interior angle, because before without that I cannot find size of each interior angle. So total is n minus 20, so it would be 40 minus 2. So n is 40 in this particular case into 180 degree. So 40 minus 2 is 38. 38 into 180. So I need to calculate this. What is 18 into 38? So 64 and 144, and then it is 8 3s are 24 and 5. So the total sum is 6840. This is the total interior angle. So now size of one interior angle would be 6840, which is the total sum divided by 40. So I can cancel the 0 and then I will divide it with 4. So 4 ones are 4. 2 is the remainder. So 28. So 8, 7. 4s are 28 and 1. So 170 degree. 171 degree is the total interior angle, each interior angle if there are 40 sides. That is very close to 180. So you can do the next questions on your own. So same 2 steps you need to follow. Moving on to the last, second last question. This is now a different type of question. Question is that find the fifth interior angle of a pentagon if the 4 are given to you. So this is all the figure is not basically drawn, but you need to, you have done these kind of questions already in question number I think so it was question number 4. So there are fifth angle we need to find. We will call this fifth angle x, and we know that total interior angle of pentagon is 540 degree. So I will use it directly, and I will say that the angle sum of pentagon is basically that you need to add all the 5 angles, and they add up to 540 degree, 75, 85. These are the given angles, plus there is one I cannot see, 115, and the last one is 125. If we add all these 5 angles, the total sum is 540 degree. So now just add them all. 75 and 85 would be 160. So 160 plus 115 plus 125. So let's add them all. So 400 is the answer. So x plus 400 is equal to 540. So I recommend that when you solve these kind of questions in paper, so please recheck your calculations twice. So moving on to the next question. Next question is, the exterior angles of pentagon are these. You need to measure each angle. So exterior angle, you can see how many are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So if we add all these 5 angles, we know that the total exterior angle is always 360 degree. So I will use that property, and I am going to write down that the sum of these 5 angles, that is m plus 5 plus 2m plus 3 plus 3m plus 2 plus 4m plus 1 plus 5m plus 4 is equal to 360 degrees. So now, because the exterior angle is always 360 degrees, so we need to do that. So how many m's are there? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 and 5, 15 m's. And how many numbers are there? 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 1 and 4, so 15 again, is equal to 360 degree. So if I take 15 common, it would be m plus 1 is equal to 360 degree. So m plus 1 is equal to 360 by 15. So if I cancel this out, 15 2s are 30, so 60, so 15 4s are 60. So m is equal to 23 degree, because this one will go on the other side. So m is equal to 23 degrees. So now I can, question is not finding m, question is that you need to find each exterior angle. So now if I want to calculate each exterior angle, I can, when m is 23, so I can say m plus 5 would be, so this angle will become, so I'm changing color so that you can see it clearly. So you can write down below separately also, or you can do it on the same thing as I'm doing right now. So m plus 5 would be 28 degree. 2m, so double of 23 would be 46, and 349 degree. So the exterior angles of this polygon is 29, 49, then 23 into 3, so 69 plus 2, so it will be 71 degree. Then 4m, so 4 3s are 12, and 4 2s are 8, 9 plus 1, so it is 93 degree. And if we do 5m, so 23 into 5 would be 5 3s are 15, 1 carry 11. So plus 4, so this last angle is 119 degree. So the 5 exterior angle of this particular polygon are as follows. So this was a very extensive worksheet related to exterior and interior angles. I hope that this concept is clear to you now. Thank you for watching, everyone. Take care. Allah Hafiz. See you in the next video.